Hey mates, we're going to make us some vegetable style matzo ball soup. The thing about matzo ball soup, you can't put anything that's got animal fat in there and no yeast. So that's the restriction. So I'm going to take a English recipe. I need to put some in there. Got the sugar. An English style recipe for a vegetable style soup, and then we're going to apply the matzo ball recipe on top of it. Okay, so what we're going to do is first we're going to go through and chop our onions up. And I just usually like to whack them in half around the start. Assuming my cuts. Okay. Now what I'm going to do is remove some of this. It will be going to rubbish. If you got the time and you know you're going to be making other things, you could apply this to a stock. I'm just going to take off the first layer. I don't want to muck with it. A little bit. Till the other end. And all that's going to rubbish, which is good compost. I know I'm losing a bit of the onion by doing this, but I'm just not in the mood to mess with it. That one wasn't fun. This one's a little easier. And see, it's got some bad spots on it. So let me get rid of that straight away. But yeah, if you're going to do more, you can make a stock out of this. Just toss them straight into the rubbish. And all you have to do is just take and put it into some hot water and set it to boil. I think it's for like 30 minutes. And then you can take that and have a stock. You can put it in the refrigerator for like overnight or whatever. Alright, I'm going to take these two medium onions I just butchered, and I'm going to place them in this pot over here. I've already put some water in it. And while this thing is cooking up, I'll be chopping up the rest. Put that in there. And I'm also going to add a little bit of virgin olive oil to it. Something I can never get into the thing. Useful tool in the kitchen, scissors. When in doubt, do what you can. I'll be back in a second while I mess with this stupid top. Okay, I'm back. Had to mess with that stupid cover on it. So I'm just going to pop this off. And I'm just going to put just a little in. Not really all that much. I don't know how much it is. I'll say like 2 tablespoons. So you didn't even drop it that much. Just really, I'll do it a little bit more. Just to give it a bit of taste. And I'm going to turn on the unit. Remember, last stop, don't move. And I'm going to, wrong one. Always forget that. Knobs are backwards for me. So I'm just going to put this in. It's got 2 cups of water, probably about 2 tablespoons of olive oil. And I'm just going to let it cook for 10 minutes. And while it's doing that, we'll chop the rest of this. We put the all famous kitchen tool out of the way. And we'll start cutting up the rest. if you go out and you're actually going to make this recipe, it's probably better to get homegrown stuff. This is store-bought, all of it. And it's just not going to have the flavor you're going to want. And I just recommend you get, all the flavor you can, because the store-bought stuff is pretty bland. You're just not going to have all the taste and vitamins out of it that you can. And it's just pretty good that way. And I'm going to grab this. Countertop is clean, by the way. So I'm going to drop it all in this container. Just thinking about it, she's probably going to be mad I'm not sleeping. Just think about that. My job usually keeps me up weird hours. And you do what you got to do. And I got to get up like 2 in the morning this coming morning. I need to talk to somebody over in India about something. Anyhow, now we're down to the carrots. Excuse me, I didn't even know it was there. And all I'm doing is going to rough it up just a bit. If I was making a drink, I would probably use it for just one of those drinks. I'm not going to mention which one. Bloody Mary, I think it is. Alright, sorry, I wasn't really talkative right then. So we ran over, and this is for the rubbish. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to add the carrots, because I can smell the onions right now because it's on a very, very low heat. So I'm going to add in the carrots. Add in the celery. And I need to quickly filter the lentils, which I had soaking over in the corner. Lentils are a real good source of protein. Very good for you. Unfortunately, my wife does not like lentils. That's okay, I don't like peas. So I guess we're in agreement. So I'm going to add a little bit more water to it. And I know I stuck my finger in it, but it's only me eating it, so nobody else will eat it. And I'm going to add some chicken stock in a second. Just nothing really to watch. And I'll be back in a bit. Okay, we got our soup cooking right now. We got the broth in there. The broth for matzo ball soup, like I said, no fat, no anything in there. Now, it's a little bit picky for matzo ball soup. You get these little balls about yay big. Put it in there, fluff up just maybe a little bit. But there's some tricks to it. And I learned this from another rabbi using my knife. Okay. Because of the Jewish faith, we can't use any yeast for most things. Now, there's a trick with matzo ball soup to make it fluff up. What you do is you go to your local chemist and you get some antacid. These usually you put in water, they fizz up, and then you drink it down. Now, we're not going to use much of this. We're only going to use 1/4 of a tablet. So we break it in quarters. And next time, I'll just have to break it once more where it's packed in. I'll just put it there for a moment. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to quickly bit salty, but that much soup I don't think so. I'll tell you what, I'm putting two packs in. So let me just grab this other one. Really what I need is a mortar and pestle. Crush this up. Okay. Mostly crushed up. So I'm going to take my useful handy duty hack opener. Oop, missed it. Sorry, trying to rush around. Just let Sam's not here. Alright, and I also need 4 eggs, so I'm going to break them, drop them in the rubbish, compost, break it, drop it, break it, drop it, break it, oop. Glad I wouldn't make anything else out of that. Drop it, wash my hands real fast. One thing about it in the kitchen, I sort of like my hands washed well. And I just broke the tablet. Yeah. Figures. Anyhow. Now we're going to take this Alka-Seltzer, we're going to drop it in there as well. Button, at least try to. Here it goes. And we're going to start mixing. I'll let it run for a bit. Just double check. Yep, I need to add a little vegetable oil in there. This time I will measure. Figure out where it is. One, two. Just makes it into a dough-like substance. Okay, turn it off. Take this out. Of course, most of it's in the mixer. Yeah, just the way my day goes. Probably hand mixer would have been better. I do have one, but a bit short on bowls. Mixing bowls to be more precise. Okay. Get most of it off. I'm going to set this over in the sink. Tea bag of tea. I'm just going to take the whole thing off and we'll set it in the refrigerator for 15 minutes. And I'll be back in a bit. Hey mates, we're back, man. Hey, more tea. We still got the matzo ball mix still in the fridge. Supposed to sit in there for 15 minutes. This is supposed to simmer over here for about 25 minutes once we put everything together. And like I said, some stupid bloke forgot to get the earl. So what we're going to do is, and yeah, this does smell great, by the way. What we're going to do is, oh, wife, in case you're watching, we need a ladle. I mean, a proper ladle. All right, we're going to lift this up, and we're going to put it in the food processor, and of course that'll make a mess. What we're going to do is we're going to grind this down, not quite to puree, but we want it sort of chunky, but not really. You know, we want it chunky, but we don't want it too chunky. All right, make sure everything's plugged in, which it is. Everything locked down, hands on the top, and if you're American, the consistency would be equivalent to coleslaw, like that. Okay, I'm going to put it over here in my crock pot, which is one I'm going to use tomorrow. When I make my meal, I'm going to put it on the very, very low when I get up. And that way it'll be done by the time Shabbat comes around. Because actually during Shabbat you're not supposed to use any stoves or electrics or anything, but there's ways you can get around it if you start it before. It's sort of a childish way, but some people just can't get away from it. I don't usually worry about it. I don't think inanimate objects are, well, slaves or servants or any of that. Again, put it back on top again. Make sure top back on, knock it back down, hand on top. Okay, just looking through the window, see what it looks like. If I flip it like this, just to keep it from getting all over the counter, it should kill me. Okay, pour another bit in. Don't have to worry about getting all out right now, because I still got more to do. Okay. Put it in. Don't have much left. I'm just going to go ahead and turn the unit off. And then I'm going to pour the rest of it in, which is mostly the lentils and a whole lot of broth. Okay, and get the lentils off the top. It may come off on its own, but you never know. Okay, this over here. Still need the spoon. Put it back on the unit. Place top back on. Of course, it's sort of very watery, because we got the broth side of it. Get a little bit more than I probably should, but good enough. Okay, take this off, place it over here. Take the broth, pick it up, pour it in. I do this, by the way, because you're probably not going to understand it, is I sort of like the mixing of certain things together. So I think it enhances the flavor. Of course, the lentils sort of hung at the bottom. So they didn't really mix up all that well, but that's okay. I'll just put it over here in the sink, which I will not show because it's a ruddy mess. Of course, I got some all over here. Okay. Can't remember if I showed this. This is my solution to a glass top stove. Cooking either my Sabbath breakfast or Sunday breakfast. Man, I can't talk. You can do pancakes or whatever on this. Eggs is why I got it. Smashed the top on that. It's got a couple marks. And this really said, on a glass stove, don't move. I've done it 3 times. I got 3 marks. It's like, shame on you. Okay. Let's move all this out of the way. Pull this over here. I think I just hauled off my top for that. Yeah, I did. Sorry. Get back on top. Of course, I don't like things on my counter. Bugs and all. Alright. Now, we got to do our matzo balls. So, we have our matzo ball mash, which looks like this. Sort of a doughy type of mixture. Now, when we make these things, we only want it to be about 1 inch in diameter, give or take. Doesn't have to be perfect, but you don't want don't want it too big and you don't want it too small type of thing. So, I think more of my hand than coming off. So I'm gonna have fun doing the dishes later. So it's real simple. You just take it. Probably can't see. Okay, you probably won't see me, but that's fine. So all we're going to do is we're going to roll these things up in about 1 inch ball. Something like that. Just going to lay it off on the side. Just keep doing it until we're done with what we got. This is going to be real complicated. Reaching over the camera to do matzo balls. See, that's too big. Now, there's a couple in there that now I think are too big, but I don't feel like redoing them. It's supposed to be about 1 inch. It's too big for sure. Trying not to bounce the camera, but to try to get you in so you can see is a little hard. I guess I could move the camera on the counter, but with my hands now covered in matzo ball meal, I don't want to do it. Okay, as I said, I'm just going to stick these into a container for tonight. And what I'll do in the morning, it's not that all that big, is I'm going to take the soup over here and I'll toss these matzo balls in, and I'm going to put the crock pot on low heat. That way it'll be done by the time Sabbath comes and it'll be time to eat. You guys be blessed, and I'll talk to you on Shabbat. Shabbat Shalom. Well, let's take a look at it. It looks pretty good. See, it's going pretty well. So you got the matzo balls. See how they swelled up? It's partly because of the yeast, not the yeast, the, what am I saying, Alka-Seltzer. And some of it's from soaking up all this other stuff. So this is going to taste great. Now, I'm going to stir it real fast, and then I'm going to mix it up, or pour a bowl. Be right with you. Well, guys, I think I'm in the camera. Not sure. This is the matzo ball soup with some carrots, onions, celery, and lentils. The only thing this thing is missing is garlic, which would give it a whole lot better taste. And I think I'm on camera. So, see, the matzo balls popped up real nice. I mean, this one's not maybe so great. Well, actually, I got 3 of them. This one right here, I can uncover it just a bit. This one popped up really nice, see? But it's going to taste good, that's for sure. It does hit the spot. Try the matzo ball. Yep, that's good, man. This is good. Could probably improve it a little bit. Make it a little bit more chunkier. Add in some more spices, but maybe we'll do it next year. Well, you guys be blessed. Take care. Have a great day. Shabbat Shalom.